So, the plan for today is we're going to be watching the new Genshin upload. They uploaded a new cinematic called Tivat Chapter Interlude Teaser, A Winter's Night Lasso. You guys have absolutely screamed at me at the start of this stream, as of recording this, to watch it. It's one of the most viewed things that they've uploaded in the fastest time, so I need to see it. My curiosity is piqued. So, without further ado, let's get into this. I have no idea what to expect, chat. I have absolutely no idea. So I'm going to transition across. Are we ready? What is this? Okay, already we've got a Senora... I don't know what they're called. The little butterfly things. Moths. Chess pieces.
The sages think themselves to be all-knowing, but we alone are wise to the virtue in those acts of folly. In this war,
like the Gnosis, right?
Not even a single pawn may be spared. Because on this chessboard, checkmate is not where the game ends.
Senora's coming back? Foreshadow?
We are gathered here today to remember our dear comrade. In honor of her sacrifice, all work should halt for half a day as the nation mourns her passing.
Merely half a day? People say the Northland Bank's true currencies are blood and tears. But Mayor, even speaking as a banker, that sounds a little unconscionable.
Rosaline died in a foreign land. But you heartless businessmen and dignitaries always with a convenient excuse to remain in the comfort of your homeland. You couldn't hope to understand. So why don't you keep your mouths shut? We don't want to make the children cry.
Hey, come on now. Even I don't think this is the right time or place for a fight.
Utterly risible.
Though her methods tarnished her honor, Loafalta's sacrifice is a great pity. Her loss shall not hinder our progress. But Dottore, what of Scaramouche and the Gnosis from Inazuma?
Conventional wisdom holds that divine knowledge cannot be rationally comprehended. After conquering the divine gaze, he will make his next move.
It's time to end tonight's foolish theatrics. Right now, you have no captive audience.
Whoa!
Let every worthy sacrifice be carved in ice. With this nation, endure for all time. In the name of Her Majesty the Saritsa, we will seize authority from the gods.
What?
Absolute peace. Such is the gift from the Saritsa. Such is Her Majesty's benevolence. Now you rest in this coffin, encased in layer upon layer of ice. But Rosaline, I promise you, your final resting place will be the entirety of the old world.
The music, dude! What? The music in that was insane. I mean, the animations were insane. So I'm assuming that that was the Fatui, right? They were the Harbingers. Dude! They are so cool. Their designs look just amazing. Who is your favorite? I don't know, actually. They all look very unique in their own sort of way. I like the one in front of the really tall guy. I don't know who she is. She looks really interesting. And the one far at the back of the table on the left side with the ears. Obviously the guy in the middle. Look at the dude in the middle. Is he the first Harbinger? I forget I know what his name is, but I can't, it's not springing to mind. Piero, is that how you pronounce it? Yes, him. That's the one. And I learned about him in Signora's lore. We learned about him, how he recruited Signora in the first place, which is so cool. This guy's design is awesome. Oh, I want to meet all of them.
Her loss shall not hinder our progress. But Dottore, what of Scaramouche and the Gnosis from Inazuma?
Conventional wisdom holds that divine knowledge cannot be rationally comprehended. After conquering the divine gaze, he will make his next move.
When they talk about the divine gaze, are they relating that to how Scaramouche is obviously a part of the Raiden Shogun, right? So once he breaks away from that, is that what that means? Maybe? I mean, maybe we don't know yet. But that's kind of my guess. I guess like there's a connection there or something. Maybe it is to do with the Gnosis. Once he's like sort of dealt with that, he'll make his next move. Oh, chat, even the Fatui don't know what's going on. Oh, that's so cool, though. The reason I said earlier, chat, how I said Signora was, maybe she'll come back with the foreshadow, was this.
Because on this chessboard,
this bit.
Checkmate is not where the game ends.
It's hard to tell. It's probably just to symbolize that we were the horse and we knocked, or the Raiden, I guess. We have obviously knocked her over, and that's there to help us understand that she's now gone. Like, they see her as just like a tool, a piece of the chessboard. Like, they don't see her as... Oh, it's so interesting. Oh, there's so much we could take out of this. Analyzing the board, you see the whites are losing. Okay, the Fatui are actually winning on the chessboard. That's interesting. I wonder if they've deliberately laid out the board in a way where you can predict what's going to happen. I doubt they would do that because, you know, some big brains would figure that out. And obviously we wouldn't know exactly what's happening, right? But I wonder if they've deliberately laid it out so you can predict the perfect game of how a team would win. I can see why that's exploded now, and the theory crafters are going to go crazy with that. You guys have told me that there is some voice lines in here that I can look at regarding the Harbingers that we just watched. So, oh, here. Okay, Saritsa, the Jester, the Captain, the Doctor, Damselette, Knave, the Rooster, Marionette, Regrator, the Fair Lady, and the Balladeer. Well, Saritsa's there, so let's go from the bottom. So let's start with the Balladeer.
After he took the Gnosis, we lost all contact with him. Now comes the task of trying to hunt it down and get it back. I actually don't mind it. It means I get to travel all over. Wonder if I'll run into you somewhere along the way.
Oh, okay. That gives Childe a reason to be in the next regions instead of just meeting him in Snezhnaya, like he said, oh, I'll meet you in Snezhnaya. Next up, we have the Fair Lady.
I never got along with her, you know that. I guess there's not much more worth saying about her at this point. When you're a Harbinger, you have to accept that death could come at any time. But don't worry about me. No matter what happens, I'll do whatever it takes to keep myself alive.
Is that Signora, chat? That would make sense how he said, you know that. Okay, that makes a lot more sense then, yeah. Because we obviously saw how she lied to Childe in front of Zhongli as well. Okay, so this is someone we don't know, I don't think. The Regrator? I don't know how you pronounce that.
Oh, now that guy has a head full of grandiose plans fueled by raw ambition. I don't understand a word he says once he starts talking about his theories. But as long as he keeps our cash reserve stocked up, I'm not complaining.
Wait, so Childe has someone that gives him money. Let's go. The Marionette is one that I love that name, the Marionette, so...
She always seems engrossed in her research. I wonder if those machines have anything to do with her. Anyway, I've only met her a few times, but every time she looked like she wanted to murder me. I have no idea what I possibly could have done to annoy her, though.
I wonder if those machines have anything to do with her. Machines. Now, immediately my mind goes to, like, the ruin stuff, but that we know that's from Khaenri'ah, so... The Rooster!
I don't know what his motivations could be, but he seems genuine about wanting to help me. He treats me just like family. Oh, and speaking of family, Tonya and Tusser are always telling me about the pastries and other gifts he brings them when they write.
Aww!
So, while I've been away from Snezhnaya, he's kept his promise to take care of my family.
Ah, okay. Okay, about Knave?
Look, I've got nothing against people who have their own agendas. I myself joined the Fatui to get more experience in combat. But I don't like her at all. If she stood to benefit from betraying others, She'd turn against the Saritsa in a heartbeat. There isn't a sane bone in her body.
Oh, chat, I want to meet her. Whoa. She'd turn against the Saritsa in a heartbeat? The damselette.
The Fatui Harbingers are ranked by strength, and I have no idea why that girl is number 3. I'd test my skills with every Harbinger who ranks above me if I had the chance. But when it comes to her, something just doesn't feel right. Anyway, you should be careful around her.
So I could imagine this character having like a thing where she doesn't do much, but when she does, it's going to be like, whoa. Like, it's going to go crazy. Okay, the Doctor.
I heard that he took segments of himself at different ages, made prostheses out of them, and assigned different tasks to each one.
Huh?
I know, all my comrades are a little weird. Well, come to think of it, if I met my own prosthesis, we'd have to fight then and there to decide which one of us gets to survive.
Now we've got the Captain.
I've seen him in battle before, and oh, what a sight it was. Perhaps I'm ranked too low for him to notice me right now. Well, he may not recognize my strengths yet, but one day, I'll show him what I'm made of.
Foreshadow? Childe fights the Captain at some point? Jester.
He was the first ever Fatui Harbinger, and today he's our leader. He only appears on important occasions. As for his accomplishments, to be honest, I don't really care. I owe my loyalty and devotion to the Saritsa, no one else.
Childe says there that he owes his dedication or like devotion and loyalty to the Saritsa, not him. Okay, interesting, interesting. All right, now we have the Saritsa. Okay.
Her Royal Highness, the Saritsa, is actually a gentle soul. Too gentle, in fact. And that's why she had to harden herself. Likewise, she declared war against the whole world only because she dreams of peace. And because she made an enemy of the world, I had the chance to become acquainted with you.
Can't wait to see her. Yeah, I can't wait to see all of the Archons, but the Saritsa's definitely the most interesting one. That's so cool, though, that we hear a little bit about their personality or just who they are. It's not much at all, but it's still something, and that's really cool. I think the most interesting one for me there was either the Doctor or the Marionette. I like those two. And the one that was quiet. Like, she was number 3.